I remember it as clearly as if it happened yesterday. It was a beautiful Sunday morning. I was getting ready for church when my phone rang. It was my pastor. Now, my pastor hardly ever calls me, so I knew right away it had to be something urgent. He told me that a church member's daughter was in crisis and that he wanted me to go see them immediately. Half an hour later, I found myself in the family's elegant home office. The mother and her teenage daughter were already there, both of them sobbing uncontrollably. At that moment, I felt completely unqualified to handle what I was about to face. I took a deep breath, sat down, and introduced myself. The mother nodded, and through her tears, explained that her daughter had refused to attend church ever since her father's passing. Before her mother could finish speaking, the girl wiped her tears-locked eyes with me and asked a question that hit me like a ton of bricks. "Make this make sense to me," she said, her voice firm but full of sorrow. "God is love, right? So why did he bring me into this world without my consent? Then he demands that I worship him. And if I don't, he sends me to hell. Then, without my father's consent, he takes him away too. And now I'm supposed to go to church and worship this God. Please, make this make sense to me." As she finished, her mother sighed anxiously. The girl's eyes, red and searching, were fixed on me, genuinely expecting an answer that would make it all make sense. At that moment, I selfishly wished I hadn't answered my pastor's call. What could I possibly say to this heartbroken young girl? Before I could figure out what to say, the words just came out. "I agree with you. It doesn't make sense." Her mother's eyes widened in shock as if she had just seen a ghost. Here is the thing. There's one thing that both scientists and theologians agree on. We don't have all the answers. We do the best we can with the knowledge we have, piecing together understanding and passing it down to the next generation. Life, I went on, is a journey of discovery. Each generation gains access to new knowledge, new perspectives, and hopefully greater clarity than the one before. The only way we move forward is by confronting these difficult, age-old questions head-on. "And you," I said, looking directly at her, "are doing exactly that. At your age, you're asking the big questions that most people avoid, and I have no doubt that God is proud of you for doing so." Her eyes brightened. Her mother, however, looked at me with a mix of apprehension and disapproval. But here's something I've learned about teenagers. When they ask big questions, they're not necessarily looking for definitive answers. They're looking for meaning. And in that moment, I believe she found some. She simply thanked me and said she would think about it. Her mother didn't say much, perhaps out of respect for the role I represented. I reported back to my pastor and never heard from them again about this matter. But I'll never forget that conversation. It reminded me that humankind's greatest progress comes from life's most daring and profound questions. Until next time, don't be afraid to face those difficult questions confronting you. My name is Vezi, and I'm here to serve you.